Morning, everybody. Where did everyone go? That's okay. So I'm from GS1. People wonder who are GS1. We're the foundation. So this morning, what we're going to talk about is the foundation to basically what the last hour has been about and this afternoon's discussions. So understanding the barcode, because reality is if you don't understand the barcode, a lot of things can go wrong. And a lot of costs can be blown out if things aren't considered or factored in when placing barcodes, putting in your GTIN number allocation, etc. So we'll spend the next 10 minutes or so just going through that and helping through. So who is GS1? So basically we work with industry and we work for industry. We've been around 50 years. Barcodes have now been scanning for 50 years. Just imagine if we turned the barcode off at point of sale. Just imagine if we turned the barcode off at your DCs and you had to do everything manually. That's what they did 50 years ago, 55 years ago. That's what we help. We help businesses be better through simplification of doing business. It doesn't matter what section or what component of the supply chain you're in. The primary purpose or the primary function is your GTIN as the unique identifier of product, which then flows through your supply chain through to the point of sale and to your customers. Okay, it's probably not a sexy subject, but it is a really important subject for manufacturing, for brand owners, for retailers. So the key ingredients for a barcode. So making sure it's the right barcode for the right application. So is it for point of sale? Is it for your supply chain? What's your application? Is it for RFID? You need to understand those pieces before you can actually then determine what's fit for purpose for your application. Again, barcode quality, which if you've been for the other presentations, conformance into DCs, a massive issue. So understanding what makes good barcode quality. And then most importantly, applying the correct GTIN, which is the trade identification number, to the barcode. So if you've got a bottle of water, 600 mils, you're actually scanning a 600 ml bottle of water, not an 800 ml or something totally different. Okay, so what can go wrong? So again, going back to the point of product development, the incorrect symbology is used. So you may well actually use the supply chain, ITF14 or the like, instead of using the point of sale. So if you get that wrong, it won't scan at point of sale. And we've had experiences of that. People come through, my product won't scan, we understand it, they've used the wrong format. Again, they've gone and done their print runs, that packaging just gets thrown out because they can't use it. Wrong barcode quality, wrong colour, we'll talk to that in a minute. Colour is really important when we're talking about barcode quality. And again, I've talked about the GTIN being correctly allocated to the product. Again, that goes back to the very start when you're working through the product development phase. Okay, I won't go through the detail of that, but commonly used barcodes, EAN13, so point of sale, we're talking supply chain, GS1128, supply chain. We're moving towards 2D, data matrix, again, much more information being embedded into the barcode, enabling greater visibility and utilization. So if you look at Woolworths right now, they're using the 2D in-store for batch code used by, so getting much more information out of that with great benefit. And the data bar, if you see on your produce, the small data bar enabling produce, nectarines, etc. to scan as individual units on a variable weight product. Okay, so just what does a number mean? So again, it's a unique identifier. A GTIN is a unique identification of a product that has been allocated against your company prefix. Your company prefix is allocated when you're actually allocated or joined as a GS1 member. So that's the initial series of numbers there. Then we get the next four numbers when you're building into your algorithm. your allocated numbers, again, unique to that product. So that will never change. And that's a real value proposition. And why use GS1? Why use GS1 numbering system? Because once you've got your product, once you've got your prefix, no one else can use that number. No one else can copy that number. And then you check digit. So again, just making sure that that's unique. Key points, and we'll go through these in a bit more detail on the back end, but the colour and print contrast. Magnification. So we work through our barcode verification reporting. So every new product that is developed, we'll call it 98% of products, come through our verification system, and we report back to you on the quality, the print quality, the verifications, magnitudes, ensuring that once you go to final print, the product is going to work, the product is going to scan in store or within an environment you require. Understanding quiet zones, etc. So again, this is the do's and don'ts. So what makes a good barcode colour? You have dark colours, black, blue, green, excuse me, against these relevant backgrounds. So what does and doesn't work? So we've had products come through that are red, or white on red. It's just a no-go zone. Never ever. As soon as that comes through, we don't even check it. We just send it back and say, sorry, that's not correct. And that's not, don't take offense. It's just not it's not right, and it won't work. Likewise, the other way around. So it's just that color contrasting, but you can see the difference here. So it's the black on red, the change of the colors makes the product work. So we do all of these checks when we go through our verification reporting at the very start of the process. So that's a protection mechanism for the brand owners and companies that are about to launch product or do packaging changeovers. Okay, so we talked about magnification just briefly. If anyone needs to understand this, we have charts, and it's literally a plastic grid. You can lay that over your product, and then you can understand what is the correct magnification required for the product you're using. It's a very, very simple thing. Reach out to us and we can send a couple out to you. It's very, very simple. But it enables you or ensures that the correct format is being set up from day one. Okay. So this is another really important one, quiet zones. And this is a common challenge that we see. So the quiet zone you see around the barcode here, there's an allocated quiet zone. Using that template supports and gives you that allocation of quiet zone. Here, this line here actually will create a non-scan because the system will confuse itself and it won't read it. So again, it's ensuring that we've got the correct quiet zone around the whole barcode. Okay, again, just for consideration, when you go to print, the placement of the barcode. So this will not work. So again, understanding your manufacturing capability, your manufacturing processes, it needs to be considered when you're actually placing and using the magnification. So here, it's wrapped around, so your point of sale system won't be able to read that. So it's understanding what's the best format for the product product packaging. Again, there's no right or wrong here, it's just the two different formats that are available. So the fence, so it goes across the barcode, and then we've got on cans and smaller formats, we can have the ladder orientation. Again, there's no right, there's no wrong, it's just fit for purpose. It's just ensuring that it's fit for purpose, so once you get to point of sale, you have got the right application that's going to work and meet the requirement of the retailer, and you're meeting the requirements of your customer because they can buy the product easily. Okay, print clarity. So this is a really, really important one. Excuse me, and this comes down to the printing format and making sure that what you're printing is of good quality. So this simply will not make the grade. So if you go out and do a production run and that's what comes out, you just know that that's not going to work through the system, through the supply chain. So again, just making sure that you're working with your printers, working with your packaging people to ensure that your quality is up to grade across all print production. Again, for consideration, what are you printing onto? So again, understanding what is the format that you require, and then that will define one, placement on product, and the allocation of space required. So here, quite tight. Product is vacuum pressed, so that may well create a problem. I'm not saying it will, but it could be problematic. So we need to consider these aspects versus on a carton of eggs, which I think there are a label on those ones. So it's just, again, fit for purpose. We just need to keep thinking about that. You know, making sure that what am I doing at the ground level to make sure that my product will get through the supply chain with no problems at all. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to support you. It's a part of our service in the verification reporting program. If you've ever got queries, if you've ever got questions, just reach out to the service team and they'll provide that relevant support. Okay, another important one here, or an interesting one. So people get a little bit funky from a branding piece and think it's pretty cool. We'll try different things. Again, just be really mindful. That's not to say you can't, it's just how are you doing it. So over here, again, you know, they've put wine bottles and different pictures on top there. Likewise here, we've got a surfer. But reality is there's no unbroken barcode. So that will scan, and that will scan. Over here, they've tried to be really funky, that won't scan. Either with this one here, because although it looks like that, if you look over here, the barcode actually is all joined together. So again, it will confuse the reader. Okay, so again, it's not to say you can't be inventive, but just be mindful it still needs to be able to scan. Okay, so how can we help? So if you're a current member of GS1, we've got our My GS1 portal. If you need support, you can push through your queries using the portal, reach out to our customer service team, look at our barcode basics. If you require training, we can provide that training. It's one-on-one, or we do ongoing industry support training as well. So if you've got new team members coming in, happy to support them as well. As I mentioned, barcode testing, if you're not using the service today, consider it, because it's a foundation piece. It's going to save you a lot of pain realising at pre-print production that things aren't quite right. You can make a tweak, you can adjust, get it sent through, we approve it and say it's all good to go, and then you go to print production. That's the role of the testing service. And industry engagement, so basically working on days like today, increasing the awareness, making sure that we're working with our partners like Matthews to ensure that industry is working seamlessly, the supply chain is continually improving, and we're moving our conformance to a higher level. That's what we strive for, ensuring that we're meeting the requirements of our training partners, and most importantly, we're meeting the requirements of our customers, satisfying our customers that want our product. So that's all for me today. Thank you very much for your time. If you do have any questions, I will be here. If you do have any questions once you walk away, just reach out to our customer service team and they will be more than happy to help you out. So thank you very much.